Welcome to From Tech Expert to Team Leader. I'm really excited you're here. Whether you're tuning in on your morning commute or listening during a break on site, you're taking a big step towards unlocking a crucial aspect of leadership in the mining industry. Now, if you're like many of the professionals I work with, myself included, you've spent years sharpening your technical expertise. You've nailed geological modelling, you've mastered process optimization, or you know every nook and cranny of your site's operations. And here's where we dive in. If technical skills were enough to thrive as a leader, wouldn't we see more brilliant engineers moving effortlessly into leadership roles? But we don't. And that's because leadership isn't just about knowing your stuff technically. It's about how you interact, how you communicate, and how you lead people, especially in an industry like ours where pressures run high and stakes are even higher. Let me give you a scenario I'm sure you've seen before. You've got a colleague who's a technical genius, knows the ins and outs of every project, but struggles to convey those brilliant ideas to the team. Or maybe you've had a manager who had the technical skills but just couldn't inspire or motivate the team. Even with all their expertise, something was missing. That something is what we're talking about today, the often overlooked soft skills. And in leadership, those soft skills can be the deal breaker between a thriving team and one that just trudges along. So what are these elusive skills that can propel you from expert to leader? Let's start with communication. In the mining world, communication isn't just about sharing what you know. It's about making what you know understandable. It's being able to translate complex technical jargon into something clear, relatable, and actionable for different stakeholders. Whether it's explaining a complicated extraction process to your team or getting buy-in from community leaders or investors, communication is the bridge that connects your technical knowledge with the people you work with. Then there's emotional intelligence. And no, it's not about being soft. It's about being aware of how people are feeling, reading the room, and understanding what your team needs from you in high-pressure situations. If your team's on a tight deadline and feeling the burn, how do you step in and motivate them? These interpersonal dynamics matter, and they matter a lot. Finally, adaptability is crucial. The mining industry is always evolving. New tech, changing regulations, environmental concerns. The leaders who thrive are the ones who can pivot and think on their feet. Can you adapt when your process faces unexpected challenges? Do you welcome change or resist it? If you're able to roll with the punches, you're already ahead of many would-be leaders. Now, if you're listening to this and thinking, I'm an engineer, not a therapist or a politician, I get it. Me too. Nobody's asking you to completely change who you are. What I'm suggesting is that by developing these soft skills that we don't get naturally, you will enhance what you already bring to the table. It's all about building on the strong technical foundation you've already got. If I had to sum it up into one sentence, it would be this. Your technical skills got you where you are, but it's your soft skills that will take you where you want to go. In the next episode, we're going to dive deeper into communication strategies, specifically for mining leaders. We'll talk about how to bridge the gap between your technical team and your non-technical stakeholders, and I'll give you some practical tips that you can start using right away to sharpen your communication. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question. If you were promoted to manager tomorrow, what part of leadership do you think would be the most challenging for you? Take some time to think about it. Reflecting on this now could give you an edge in your leadership journey. Thanks so much for joining me today. Remember, leadership isn't built in a day, but by focusing on these essential skills, you're already on the path to becoming a stronger leader. Until next time, keep an eye out for those golden opportunities to grow, and I'll see you in the next episode.